As you can see, my name is Andrew James Cass, and we was doing a product on Titus Andronicus for a brief by the Lambeth City Learning Centre, the Royal Shakespeare Company, as you can see here. We was pretty much just commissioned to film something working with the BTEC Drama Academy of Glenthorne High School to create a final product and then try and get it to work with a modern adaptation of the actual play. My personal contribution to the group. So I had really two main roles, which were to use the camera, or most of it, which was just on the day one when we went out filming. It was just to gather the first opening shots, trying to frame it everywhere, and then telling the person who was assigned to try and help us, Sam, at where the camera should be and not where he was trying to tell us, as I was feeling completely different as we had conflicting views. And then for day two, during the actual performance, once we went out to do it all, we had a slight issue. Originally we had Ryan as the main camera person for part of it. However, due to a slight issue with one of the other students, we had to swap roles as he had to leave early to help her to a hospital, so I took the first camera once again to film it all. Then the other role which I had was just to help, once we had finished planning it, to actually present the work on stage to the audience at the Shakespeare Theatre Company. It was just to pretty much go up there, explain our project to them, and then answer a few Q&A questions. From the actual client feedback, it was mostly positive. They seemed to feel that the actual location and the way we adapted it to the modern time worked really well. They actually thought the editing, which was done mostly by Lee, made a crucial part in it and helped it stand out from the others. From the actual students, they seemed to like the ending and the start to it a fair amount, as they thought it just made sense and it worked really well. However, we also did get some negative feedback. This was mainly by one of the members of the Shakespeare Company, as they had a slight issue that we didn't do an overlay with the voice where we incorporated the different voices of other members of the BTEC Media group. No, not BTEC Media, BTEC Drama Academy. But I still stand by the decision and say the final product looked good enough without it, and if we was to include it in, it would have looked slightly tacky and amateurish. One of the other criticisms we got was the actual way some of the shots were framed, which I do agree with. However, due to the time being pressed, there wasn't much we could actually do. It was better to have it done than have a half project. Reflecting to working on a brief. I feel working to a brief worked really well due to the simple fact that it helped guide us through it. We didn't have to come up with a whole idea by ourselves and then think of ways we could present it to the actual audience. By working to it, we will set pretty much our boundaries of what we could do. We had a bit of negotiating with the actual clients, and in the end we reached our final product of it, which they was quite pleased with. Thank you.